ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to It Is The Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier Hendricks, and of course, my co-host, Mr. J. Paris. What's happening, my brother?
Yes. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
Hulle weet nie wat ons weet.
What a day, what a weekend, what a time to be a South African. But first and foremost, good morning to the folks, what up to the youngins, and bless up to the world. It's your boy Jay Paris. We're coming to you live on this beautiful Monday morning from Johannesburg, South Africa. It's the Morning Shake powered by the Inside Show, and it's one of the best podcasts in the world. I love you.
What's happening, Juan Horn? Good morning, gents, and of course, Mr. Nathan. What's happening, my brother? You were here in the studio on Friday, and I see Friday night went well for you. And then good morning, gentlemen. Kyle, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we got some hosts, and we're still waiting for some other people to pull through. Not hosts, some guests, waiting for some other people to pull through. Oh, here's our other one to pull through. Soma. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. He's no stranger to the show, Mr. Kaylane.
How's it, gents? How you guys doing?
What up? Good, bro.
I'm thinking now, it's been a year that I've been on the show.
A year, bro.
Last year was the first time.
A year.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
Last year,
year,
August.
broski. What's up, bro?
It's 1 year now. Last year, August was the first time I came on.
Serious, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, but you weren't here last year ago.
Oh, yeah. No. Not the last time.
No, not the last
first
time.
time.
The first time was a year ago, yeah.
A year ago today.
So that means we know you more than a year now, bro.
Happy 1 year friendship.
Happy 1 year anniversary. Aww. And then of course we got my brother, Mr. Sean. He's also no stranger. You see him every week now. He's one of us. He's one of us. Bar stools here.
I'm about to disappear though.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Our other guest. The yellow pone himself. The one and only yellow pone. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Welcome my brother, Mr. Nadim Poon, but he go by the name of Dimpie and What's happening, brother?
Yo. What up?
Ek wil net iets vra. Weet hulle wat jy weet?
Ja,
weet hulle wat u weet?
Hulle weet wat ek weet.
Wat weet julle?
How can you ask him if he talk Afrikaans? He's a white man.
Oh, JC.
Oh,
Weet hulle wat u weet?
hulle weet niks nie.
Hulle weet nie wat ons
Hulle weet
weet.
niks.
Wil jy ons sê nie?
Ek ken ook nie.
Nadim, how's things, my brother? What's happening?
I'm good, man. Morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Gents. I'm good on yourself, though.
Lekker, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. my brother.
Lekker. Now we're going to have some lekker conversations, gents. This past weekend, it was a good weekend to be a South African. They weet wat ons weet. And plus, and then the Boko also came through with the win, with the W. Jay, don't you want to take us through that?
Yeah, bro. So first and foremost, Trickers Duplessis, bro. I know you big on that as well, bro. So you can
I
talk us
was
through
angry
it,
when
but
you won, bruh.
why?
How can you be angry?
Oh, because Drake bet on it.
Confused.
Because Drake bet $450,000 and he
explain.
lost. It's the first time ever Champagne took a L.
Huh? What's that?
I always hear the first time he took an L.
No, man, I like
Kendrick
Adesanya as a
We
fighter.
heard something. Push your teeth.
I like Adesanya as a fighter, right? And I thought he was going to win. He was doing so well.
was
Now
a
the
hard
thing
one,
is, I'm on Twitter and I'm fighting the whole time. It's Nigeria versus South Africa. I say, bruh, if this Adesanya wins, the Nigerians are going to troll us. So I'm a bit neutral, but I'm okay.
Did you watch the fight, Dimpie?
I only watch the shorts, like you can see that small snippets of the videos and stuff.
The shorts.
Yeah, I hardly even watch TV. I listen to radio a lot.
When you sitting by the radio,
So I
how
just-
come drinkers?
I just heard a part that I don't know who.
Actually, in the fight, the one translator, he has to translate from Afrikaans to English.
Yeah.
And then he says there, yeah, you moet hom moer.
Yes, you have to moor him.
But I mean, it's not an offensive
Classic.
word. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
No, what I mean for English, I say, but this guy is translating English to Afrikaans, so he's just speaking Afrikaans also.
He was in the fight, bro. He was steep.
Hey. And then So Driekus won. That was nah.
Yeah,
That
bro.
was nice. So he making Biltong adverts and Checkers adverts. Talking about Checkers adverts. So Dimpie's also in an advert. But we can't give the people free publicity.
Right,
Hulle moet
I
ons
just-
sê,
Yeah,
eintlik,
you know.
hè, wat, they must come sponsor the show, yeah.
True. It's about time. It's about
Definitely,
time.
Must
I've
speak to
been-
them,
been
I know
saying
you have
Inside show
I've been
powered by
saying though,
Checkers.
for the
No,
last
not
5.
Checkers. He got the sponsorship for himself. He must share sponsorship.
Is it sponsor or endorsement, bro?
It's everything in one, I think.
Okay, so you're like a proper full-on brand ambassador.
Yeah, remember I'm a master of, how can I say? I'm a
Marketing.
jack of all trades.
Yes, you are.
But
Sir.
a master of none.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you.
So even if Aqua Fresh comes now, we're gonna work.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
You're
Kan
gonna
er
smile,
smoothie
yeah.
Yeah?
But I'm
Kinders moet
surprised
weet,
Navi het jou nog nie gesponsor nie.
Vanek is altijd in huis and that's why. And that's something I actually do want. What?
Yeah.
I was talking with someone the other day. I want if I come to sponsor and I know God is gonna bless me, I want something for skincare.
Ja.
For especially people with my skin, that will be dope.
Ons is dieselfde. Ek het die
dope,
mense
bro.
gesê jy is ek sonder baard.
Nah, en die oor en goed.
Ja.
And then,
But
of
yeah,
course,
bro, just my bad, broski.
Go
Just
for it,
wrapping up that, broski. The longest win streak UFC middleweight history. Duplessis finds himself in 4th place, 8th. Yeah, he's 8th.
who's in 3?
And Anderson Silva is 1, bro, on
Adesanya
13.
second and Chris White.
Chris Weidman is
Bro, where's
is
that other gent
yeah,
that,
so that's big ups,
that
bro,
famous gent.
representing.
Conor.
yeah.
That guy will never fight again, bro.
They
You
broke
made
him
him
off
a-
McGregor.
No, he was supposed to fight in June, but bruh, that guy, I saw something where the guy was supposed to fight sends him a tweet and says, you know what, get off the boats and get into the gym. The man shows he has a boat with a gym inside. He says, nah, bruh, the boat has a gym. That man just lands cocaine. He's drunk every weekend.
I talking McGregor or something.
Yeah,
Conor
he'll never
McGregor.
fight, bruh. He has over
now
200 million. What's he gonna go do fighting now?
Also,
give him
And
5
and
years. He'll
after
be
that
back
in-
in the
after
ring
that
when it's
injury,
finished.
They broke
After
his
the
ankle.
injury, look at that.
Take us
Yeah,
through
he-
what happened there, brother. Sorry, bro, what were you going to say?
Nah, it's fine. You can go with it.
Cool, yeah, broski. And moving on to the Boca. The Boca played Australia this past weekend as well, and we took them to the cleaners, winning 30-12. So that's also big congratulations to the Boca, bro. It was just a magnificent weekend being a South African. We are so proud of our country, bro.
Guys, do you all watch Boca or do you only watch when it's World Cup?
Why?
Julle lyk van hy is wat net die make-up aansit as the World Cup.
Listen, be patriotic when you need to be.
Nee, bro, do you watch or do you just watch when it's World Cup?
I've never thought about rugby because who wakes up and wil julle in mekaar en hol net so die hele dag.
The people watch it, bro.
I'm a soccer fan, so
But soccer,
rugby I have never watched like
We have
rugby.
little to
Ek
be.
verstaan nie eens wat aangaan. Ek sien net as mense wat
Hy
hol.
sê alleen nie, bro. Ek is ook so,
Ek
but you
sien
know.
net as mense wat hol en mekaar se sterre tik en soen en sweat die boep mekaar. Hy's al wat ek sien.
You see that
Alle
sweat?
cuddle.
Hulle kadel net.
You see that slow motion?
The Boca,
You
man.
see that slow motion where the man jump in and one stomach
Pause.
in his face?
No diddy.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm actually, bro, on that point, bro, I'm actually keen on knowing because I'm not a firm rugby follower, bro. I also just watch these games here. But what is the rugby championship? Because that's what they're ultimately playing now. What
that
is it
is,
equivalent? Is it Champions League? Is
No, it's like a Southern Hemisphere Cup. So Argentina, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. But South Africa won the last one.
We've been winning. We've been wiping the floor though with all
No,
of these
New
guys.
Zealand used to beat us up, but now they say New Zealand is like that girl who used to be hot in high school, and now she's not.
She fell off.
They mustn't Lela though because the New Zealanders they can come
I
back.
did Lela, bro.
I did Lela.
South Africa now is maybe 5 years.
And
of
South
just-
Africa's
No, of course
the
we
last
top. Every
dominating.
country has their, it's our time now. We shine. We good.
What? But just
But
think
don't
about
be
it.
negative, bro. Let's shine as long as we can shine.
Yeah.
Think
for
about
sure,
it.
for
How
sure.
good is it to be South African? I haven't had load shedding this year. We've won Grammys.
Bro, we had an outage now the
Don't
other day,
jinx
bro.
it. Don't jinx it.
I don't know. if
Your
you know what's
unit
out
ran
there.
out, bro.
Yeah, it's not the unit.
Tyler's winning Grammys and winning BET awards. We win UFC.
I hear
That's-
Tyler's joling basketball players now.
Hadn't heard none, but yeah. Okay.
I saw. Did you see that?
Yeah, and then talking about the load shedding also, I think it's no more load shedding. I call it now load reduction.
I don't-
Hulle dink ons is dom, ons nog steeds nie alle ding, né?
Maak
Nee, ek
Hulle-
ken nie, ek ken
Hulle
nie.
sê
My
dit
eres
nog,
as
hulle sê
daddy.
ding, hulle sê dit nog steeds af, né?
They changed the name.
Yeah, they changed the name to load reduction. Now everyone is like,
At least it's not load
That's-
shedding.
that's
It's
just
only
4
over
hours.
3 hours.
4 hours.
So, gents, here's the
Maak
thing,
die
man.
mensen dom.
I'm happy to have Dimpie and I'm happy to have Kaylane, even though Kaylane is now becoming part of the. Kaylane and Sean is part of the co-host at this point now. But there's a big question I have for Kaylane. But most I want, before I even get to more of the serious things, I first want to ask you, Dimpie, bro. The entertainment industry, what's been happening there, bro? Are you still involved? Are you still plugged in? Are you still all over the show? I remember there was a time if I just switch on my TV and see net, yellow bone. If I just go on my on my TikTok and my YouTube, I just see Iris Mani's Thurston. What's been happening?
So now you don't switch on the TV anymore. Is
I
that
don't
what
watch
you're
Load
saying?
reduction.
TV license.
Load
Load reduction. Now, for me personally, things has been good. If I were to calculate now, I'm doing this thing now for almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
You see, I've even gained weight. You can imagine.
I can
so-
see like a fool here, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
almost thought if I had to calculate, I'm making a couple of millies now.
Nah.
I was hoping you were gonna say that.
The last time I was here, I was thin. I was still seated there, ne? Yeah, ik was nog maar right in goed. Dit was like 2 years. 2 years back or
Wat het
something.
gebeuren?
Ik had weight opgehad hier en...
Dimpie is a man now.
Guys, eating good
I'm,
now.
I'm happy. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm happy, and then regardless
Groot
of
geworden,
regardless of all of it, also I'm doing very well.
Man.
Yeah.
Things are but moving slow here and there and stuff. But you know, as you can klop, you need to knock on people's doors,
Yeah.
and then they'll open. You can't just wait for them to come in.
Yeah.
So
You must go push, yeah.
compared to how it was before then. Before then, they used to knock by me. And now I need to go and push and say, hey, let's do 1, 2, and 3.
But
then,
that was a response now because I know those industries like if you hot, everyone likes you. Then
Yeah.
When it gets a bit quiet or if it cools down a bit,
I don't think it hardly gets quiet. Come I tell you one thing. When I do something or not, I'll always be Dimpie and Popo. You understand? So for now, for now, it's like
Flex.
when it comes to work, one of my strongest points, especially that I know and I've already identified, is the videos that I used to do in the car. All right. So those videos are promotional videos saying there's a party going to be here and there. And then the last time when someone asked me, how come shooting videos and good to say, remember now I'm not only shooting, now I'm running a business.
Ash, come
Dimpie
on.
and Popo is a
come on.
brand now.
Yeah.
So I can't be shooting a video in the car and not getting paid for it.
exactly.
You understand? So I'd rather not shoot a video and do my own things like the skits, because the skits is doing very well. That's why I've even partnered up with a lot of influencers, etc. But then the videos in the car, if there's work to be done, then I'll do it. Because I can't gaan betalen.
Ja, de bag. Get that bag, son.
En die sound kan,
Ja.
sound kan niet spelen als ik haar geïdel is.
Exactly.
So dat is
Otherwise,
petrol.
raak je beter in pap.
Ara is raak Patriot nog papa. You see. But then regardless of everything, God is good, man, bro. I'm doing good.
If he ain't,
Then you lie.
Even done my nails now the other day. You know,
You say it's one manicures.
yeah, I'm a white guy. Remember, I need to. If I'm dirty, you can see.
yeah, bro. Nathan in the comment section says, "How's the gents? Dankie Dimpie, our local Kevin De Bruyne."
Thank you. Yeah, oh, I saw the picture yesterday.
Is it?
You haven't seen
They
it?
say you look like Kevin De
I
Bruyne.
dropped the picture. You know, I used
Come
to.
and see the
saw that
picture.
picture.
I used to
Yeah.
play soccer back then. Like, and then people used to call me
For
the
Liverpool.
brainer. But before the brainer was false goals. I don't know if you remember false goals.
Yeah, bro.
False goals.
Actually,
At
bro.
Man
Come and see
United.
the picture. Jay,
Yeah.
must show me the picture.
Yeah, at Man United, ne?
Yes,
And
sir.
after that,
Way
it was
back.
the brainer. But then, unfortunately, I left soccer, so I'm a professional coach.
Coach of what? So here's the thing. Come and see.
That's the on and off the field.
Come on now. Come
And
on.
it done very well within a period of like 3 minutes.
Oh, Dimpie, Dimpo. Oh, Dimpie.
Nou, wanneer je haar zwart gemaakt? Van ik zie en hij on die pitch is blond.
Yeah, in that picture, you know what happened? Ne? I used to dye my hair a lot. En my haar was zwart al die tijd al. But it's not my natural color because ken as je gaan snijden, fresh like en goed
Man,
tussen
ken de
zijn.
die cut, is the
Yes,
hood.
the die
If
cut,
you
see.
know about it, you know about it. Yeah.
But what I figured out is that even dye itself at the later stage, it causes what's like cancer of something like that. Yeah, it has an effect. So to check ik, laat ik maar terug ballon toe gaan and go back to the dye, so up and down and stuff. So then I knew I'm gonna be on this show to moet ik het maar weer dye.
Come on now. Come on now.
Ja, nee.
Come
Ik
on
ben
now.
met de blowcast op match, man.
Kenan.
So here's the thing, bro. Before we go over to some of the other topics, bro. So you're saying that the industry has gone a little bit quiet, but not so much. But do you think after COVID it went quiet, or what do you think the knock is?
I think everyone can vouch to the fact that COVID het baie mense seer gemaak, whether it's in the industry, business, whether it was a stripper, or whatever. See, a lot of things where you are money lender, a lot of things happened during COVID.
They couldn't pay you back.
Yeah, and a lot of people are still, even today, still recovering from it. Because mense dan werk verloor and goed, you understand?
I think when, like with business during COVID, you'll see that the people that had money, COVID was a buyer's market because a lot of the interest rates were low. A lot of stuff were much cheaper during COVID. So the people that had money during COVID or before COVID, during COVID, you'll see they got much richer. But the people that suffered the most is the middle class. So now the
lower middle class.
Yeah, even like upper middle class. Yeah, so everyone
not
took
upper
a
middle
gap down.
class, bro. Because you know upper middle class. Okay, anyway, it's a whole conversation. About
Yeah,
what
so
upper
that's
middle
what
class
I
is.
think. That's what it does, and I think it will maybe take us maybe 5, 6, 7 years to recover. I think the economy is picking up now.
There's still a lot of things that needs to be done.
I want to ask Dimpie a question, man. A serious one. Why do you dress like an auntie in your videos?
Where is it? Oh, like in my videos? No. Remember,
And what's
Are you
with the
starting
na-
my
what's
beer?
with-
You remember you
what's
get-
with the naked pictures also though, bro?
it's a naked
You
picture.
have the right to
Maar
remain
hij van
silent.
achteraf.
Oh, that's an achteraf.
Anything you say can and will.
You know, sometimes I was speaking to my wife about it. Sometimes when it comes to content, whether you do good or bad content, people will still talk.
Say something.
Right?
So you might as well.
And you know, I've got
No publicity is
besides
bad
doing
publicity.
bad, I got to a point where I'm comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So whether I don't think backlash, I've never received it a lot in my life. So as mensen het gelijk.
Wait, can I ask you this? Do you think that maybe people are afraid to give backlash because Ankai say ek is albino? Hoe kom dit nie hulle die?
No, I don't think they are afraid because certain people maybe does do it mad as op my social media.
As ek miskien
Because
iets
ek as
het,
jy-
ek sal sê, kan my nie gwaar, hoe kan my gwaar, Ankie my bene skorter, die ene skort, die ene is lang.
Ek sal nie. You know, remember, I'm a very nice guy.
Ja.
I'm a very nice guy. I've never harmed anyone, never said anything bad about
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
So I don't see any reason for
Facts.
people to say something
But
about
did
me.
you get negative comments before on your
In
on
my
your
life?
posts and stuff?
No,
I'm
but
sure.
no
I am
one-
sure. in
I'm
your
sure,
life.
But remember-
I'm sure there were.
If I understand what he's saying, he's not down with the Lulu, you know. So for him, it's not a big thing like, oh, Dimpie sold out. It's just part of his progression.
Yeah, so maybe
you know
someone
what I
has
mean?
said something or still saying something, but for me, it's just like, the moment you don't entertain them, man, it's like,
Then it
because
dies
some
out.
people want that. And you must remember, when it comes to any kind of person, ni ama like you, be van die dag.
Facts.
You
But
understand?
not everyone's gonna like you, bro. There's
Yeah.
any person, nobody's ever
Drops a
ever
bomb,
just
Clay.
gonna always like you. Nah. People are not always gonna like you. But broski, from what I'm seeing, and I know there was a season where your account was hacked and you lost all that
Hey,
whole
man.
viewership.
En je phone nog verloren.
And you lost the phone. Ik weet, ik bel oor die hele tijd. Eventually he said, nee, you lost the phone. That's happened, that happened.
Pastor check it on geblok, bro.
Nah,
Meanwhile,
maar jullie goed, some
Man,
cat
met
alles.
geblokt.
That come and tell you guys a funny thing. When it comes to losing phones and stuff, my phones normally, besides the Google, you can, when you put your Google account and you
Yeah,
get
the cloud,
everything
yeah.
back.
Contacts,
My thing is linked with the cell phone number, especially my social medias. So what happens is once I lose the phone, I need to do, ek waarin zijn
Sim swap.
email nie. Ek moet vandaag nou some swap gaan doen. So I know I'm going to recover
Then you can recover quickly.
most of the things because I'm very bad with passwords. That's why I don't even really entertain the email type of thingy.
But do you think I see now you've picked up again since that whole situation happened.
Like wait, ja, get wait.
No, like subscribers, followers.
Die hele man se grocery
Dimpie
tussen
is a
gister
man
aan geëet.
Come and say it you picked up in different areas of your life.
Yeah.
In your social
You've
media,
expanded.
in your stomach, in your everything.
That's what I was saying earlier. God is good, bruh. And
all the time.
one thing I can tell you that if I done it before, I cannot weer doen, man.
Facts.
You understand? And we all have
Yeah.
have opportunities in
Yes,
life
sir.
and goed soos hy, you see.
Wesh.
Look like
Do you know what can I say? Like even if I like check some of your stuff, because I know like you
the naked pictures.
Yeah.
Die man kyk hoe stare na.
Like even if I check some of it.
No, like just
checking
your
out the
progress. Like I
we don't
know
judge you, bro.
a thing that will boost you a lot is your network, because remember you build up and then you meet a certain network of people.
Yes.
And then it's
yes.
much easier to get back to where you were because you had that network around you and the relationships you build.
Sorry for talking so
Die
much.
man is
That's what I was
walking
telling
Dimpie
someone the other
loops.
time. If you want to become like, I know everyone knows this, if you want to become a millionaire, billionaire, try to surround yourself with those people. You understand? So you can leverage and rub from that. to say, hoe kan die man R1,000 maak? Dat ek ook try om 150 maak of iets soos dat, you see. So that's where it comes in, where I try to push as much content with other influencers, people that are on TV, radio, etc. and stuff, because I have numbers as well on social media. You have also numbers. So once we work together, those numbers come to...
Biggie mark by
Yeah, biggie mark by and stuff. And what I like about these...
followers.
And what I like, and what I like about these people, what I like about these people, they do not like, we can't take you because you have 1,000 followers, you can't work with us. We can't take you because you have 200 followers. They work with each other.
Serious, bro, they work.
Bro, just, that's what I said, just reach out. Just reach out and say, hey, bro, when it comes to content, especially like comedy, this is my concept, this is what we do, can we try to shoot, would you be interested and stuff? Then they say yes, then we...
Bro, you did something with Casper back in the day, ne? I remember you went to his house and everything.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did something there.
You want to go as well?
I do actually.
Oh.
Take me what?
Oh, okay.
I actually want to
They
meet
both
him.
most pastors now.
No,
Yeah, the pastors
I
now.
actually wanted to ask you, what do you think about his transformation?
His transformation is brilliant, dog, because personally, those guys have been guys of clubs all the years. So when it comes to Kies, regardless of age, I'm sure he's seen the ins and outs and 1, 2, 3. And remember, before he even went into the ministry, he was already doing music, etc. and stuff, and talking about God, etc. and said, this is his channel, this is what he wants to do. And also, he's been a businessman the whole time. You understand? So I think with him going into ministry was just to say that let me shut the door from all the unnecessary deals and etc. Because you know the devil attacks in many ways, dog.
Facts.
If it comes to relationship, I have someone, I am seeing someone, I'm not okay.
That was him. You have a relationship with him.
I thought you said, are you still together or something?
Pause. No. Don't be together with the wrong people.
I won't say on a daily, but then remember I said earlier I lost phones and stuff with context on especially. But if so, like we're talking like it, yeah, sharp, cool. That's why I always say I don't want to sound ignorant.
There's
to
no love
anything,
lost.
but once I walk into a room, a lot people that you think doesn't know, like your Trevor Noahs, 1, 2, 3, they know when yes, Dimpie. So I call myself the only yellow bone.
Come on now.
Come on.
Come on now.
Pause on it.
God is good, dog.
Bars all the time, bro.
bro.
Now I wanna ask Kaylane something, bro. I don't know, Dimpie, how closely do you follow politics, bro?
Politics. I don't know. I only follow politics once they start with their rallies. Because I know it's close to voting, they're gonna book us, so I'm there. You see? That's when I know now. This is the Minister of Transport.
But I see you big. I see you big on the patriotic alliance, bro.
Yeah,
even here a picture with Minister Gator McKenzie.
100%, very good guy. And I think what I love about them is that they're recognizing our people, especially myself and things. I've done rallies for
And
ANC.
and you at the manifesto as well, bro.
Yeah,
I think that's the last time we saw each other.
Yeah, they always book me, and I think by the time they book me, by the time I don't even know where I'm going, left or right, and then someone comes like your Sharifa on pizza or whatever, hey bro, we need to book you for 1, 2, and 3. I'm like,
Exactly. So talking about politics, Bryce, I saw your man left the party. Your man has left the building, and I wanted to know how you felt about that, bro.
No, I'm very like when it comes to the EFF, you know, like
I figured EFF was
yeah,
the party.
Now Floyd must left
Floyd
EFF.
Shabangu, yeah. So I don't know what's I don't know. I feel like the chief in commander, he needs to relook how he's doing politics now, because I feel like his leadership. It's been so many years.
All of them.
Yeah, he's. I think he's one of those people that we looked at and said, "This is the future president of the country." And I think
not anymore now.
Ramaphosa's as his last term now, he can't be president again. And the next best person for the ANC was going to be Julius. And you could see that even the older politicians said to him, they used to say, hey, our son, he has to come home. But now he hasn't. And now Floyd has gone. Floyd, who I think is like maybe 40% of what the party is, and he's gone to the MK.
Yeah, it's a strong
and even
backbone.
if you looked at the press, so you would have seen, like, you know, that Jada and Will Smith, it looked like it when Floyd was saying, I'm leaving the EFF, I'm not renewing. That man said net so. Yeah, and he even said afterwards, like Floyd leaving,
like losing his mother.
it's equivalent to when he lost his mother. That's how he felt. And you could hear the pain. So, South African politics, I don't know. I think maybe it's something I have to look at. And I think now, because I've also walked away from the BRICS stuff.
Sorry for jumping in. So you said it's Cyril's last
Term.
term, like in
Yeah,
terms
he
of
can't be president again.
anymore, like for the year, when the
For
year
his
ends.
life.
No, forever.
Forever.
Well, for his ever, he's not done.
Not just here. So each
Remember, you
president
get
gets
4-4.
two terms.
I mean, unless he wants to be a dictator, you know, and
Then you
just
can,
keep
but
on
they can't
going.
be
They can't be
You can just keep
president
going.
again. Yeah. So he's
You
down
get
with
4
it.
years, 4 years, man.
Oh, you get 4 years, 4 years. So this is his 4th year now.
This is the
His
second.
second
term.
4th year, so you have 2 terms, 1 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Nie meer as 8 jaar. En dan
Can,
is het klaar.
yeah, same with Zuma. Zuma can't be president again, even if MK wins.
Even if MK wins, eh?
Someone else needs to be president.
Oh.
So
It's anti-establishment. It's just like until
this is
until we
where I
see-
am. This is where I am, right?
Until we see, and it's not like to
No.
throw anything. It's just
I think I'm at the same place with Dimpie. Is whatever you say or whatever you feel, you can't offend me. If you feel
Facts.
like this is like this, as jy vir my sê die tafel is groen, ek sien is blou. Ek sê nou
Sê
is
jy
dit
is
blou.
reg.
Jy sê is groen. Ek sê as
ja,
jy
I hear
daar's
you.
niks wat ek
my
kan doen.
man.
Yeah,
As
go on.
class,
man.
and I'm also
Oh, yeah.
able to have conversations. I prefer people who don't think like I think and do what I do, because then I'm learning something. I'm getting your perspective. I don't have to. I'm not married to any of my ideas. Also, any of my things. I'm not married to it. Ek gaan nie sat gaan vir enigiets wat ek glo nie. So I'm able to take an idea, maybe digest it, and then after some time make a decision, walk away, stay. So that's where I am, and I'm very open-minded
Okay,
about
so
it.
ears are not closed.
No,
Aware.
and no one is absolute right. If you say that being left wing is absolutely right, if you say being right wing
Right-wing.
is absolute,
Right.
you crazy.
You're right.
Nah, there's no
Each side
absolute.
of course.
There's no
Yeah.
absolute. Let's jump through some more comments.
Yeah, broski. So again, thank you to all the viewers. Keep the likes rolling, keep the comments rolling as well. Byron Thompson says, good morning, Gen South Africa with the double. What a time to be alive indeed. Mr. Fabio Khan, good morning, broski. The beginning of the end for EFF. And then Shaquille Peterson says, Floyd was promised the moon and the stars by MK. Doubt they will deliver on those promises. So maybe they'll reunite.
I think when it comes to politics across the world, yeah, you can't be too hardcore anymore. And I think Julius got a bit too brazen with his rhetoric. He became too like, we're gonna take everything away, no compensation, we're gonna do this, we're gonna nationalize everything. And people are like, whoa, my bro, you can't just do what you want to, man.
If I look
There's
at
people's
Julius,
lives here, there's people's things. You can't just come and kick and break things here. There's an order of things here.
you know, like if you look at like African leaders in politics, the guy that stands out the most would probably be Gaddafi for what he done
Gosh,
for
OG.
Libya,
Yeah.
and everything.
Wow,
So
Gaddafi.
the thing is, he fixed his country first, and then he said to the African leaders, let's
do
put
this
all
thing.
of this together. Julius said rather, and the other African country, let's come together, but at home he hasn't fixed anything.
Yeah, he hasn't sorted out.
But
yeah,
not- none
that's
of
why
them,
you'll even see
It's
that.
just Gaddafi that's like,
But the ZANU-PF in Zimbabwe, they even said to Julius, I mean, what are you doing? You can't still be trying to tell us how to do politics. You haven't done anything in your country. So if you maybe fixed the stuff, said what
Which
he
is
has done
factual.
here, yeah,
It's
then he
factual.
could have gone to the other African leaders. And a lot of countries have banned him, like in Africa. So
But this
That's
is
factual, bro.
this is where my issue comes in, right? The thing is that, and here's where Gayton is taking charge, and that's a conversation I had with someone on Friday. The fact that Gayton came in, guns blazing, changing things, doing things, exposing people, like now even people, I would say a lot of black people that didn't first believe are now saying, hey, actually, if you see
Yeah.
most of the comments, they're all like, yo, I like this guy. Yo, he's not-
Gayton.
yeah, he's
A
not
lot,
too
of,
bad.
a lot of
Yo,
people
this-
are running like actually.
I
hey,
think
gents, can I be honest? Nah? I think we've seen this too many times, you know, where it's like, yeah, you know, guns blazing. But now we're not just looking at
I don't
what
think
you-
we've
how
seen
we
it.
starting.
I don't think we've seen
Wanna
it
see
at
it.
all, Sean. We've never
think
seen
so?
it in
No,
our politics.
it has
To where
happened before.
someone comes in and someone changes things.
You know, normally.
Ah,
when
bro,
it comes
I've
to
never
that-
seen. They talk, and then do nothing.
You know, no problem. You know, normally when it comes to these kind of things, the people like these runners up and the competitors, etc. Once they say, "Ons gaan dit doen, ons gaan dit doen," once they get that position, then they leave everything.
Yeah.
You understand? So if I can say now, send me 1 million or 2 million, then I'm gonna build a park. Once I get the money, then bouw ek hierdie park. You understand?
But I
And
think what Gayton is different because he has
yes,
his own money.
That's what I'm saying.
So that of
With-
greed is
with
not
him,
there.
he's been talking,
Yeah.
and ever since
And
he
he's
got the position,
executing.
he's executing.
And he even said, bro, for the next 5 years, he's not taking a salary. That's going to the what foundation is
The
that?
Jocelyn
Yeah,
and-
the,
yeah.
the,
The Jocelyn,
Jocelyn
yeah,
Foundation. And he says that politics get plus minus 200K. So for
I
the
think
next
it's
5
like
years, bro.
100K a month, yeah.
Around there, bro. 100.
Still a lot.
Yeah, still a lot, bro. But he said for the next 5 years, bro, he's not taking a salary.
So you see
just
stuff like that we've
moves
never
like
seen
that,
before,
bro.
bro.
It's like, yo, I
Not
don't
even
even need
Mandela
your-
did that, bro. And so when people look at that,
But
Julius
Madib's-
didn't do it.
Madib's
None
in a
of the
different
ANC
category,
people
though.
do it. But he didn't do that, bro. As big as he is and as
But his
popular
foundation
as
has
he is.
hospitals and this and that in the 90s. No,
But
but anyway,
he
it's
didn't
not,
do that.
Yeah.
He didn't come in and say, nah, I'm going to change this, change that.
do.
But
Marcelo.
it would be different if what's his name, Gayton, never had money. Then he would have taken his salary because he has to feed his family and all of it.
Right.
And it's very odd that I see. I think this is the only downfall of like business people transitioning into politics. Because you know, in business, you make the money, you get the materialistic stuff. And I think it's a conversation we had where I said like, there isn't any more stuff I'm chasing in life. And I need to do stuff that's now more fulfilling.
Yeah.
Meaningful.
Yeah.
So now, and I've also heard from another guy older than me, says when you're young, you want the cars, you want the houses, you want stuff that's materialistic. And after you've achieved all of it, now you transition into getting power. Now you're after power. And I think now Gayton is at the place where he's looking at influence and power. That's why they get from
But he
business.
said that.
But
He
that's
said
what
that
the
he's
politician-
He's the
Yeah.
most
That's what
like he's the
politicians
most
are supposed to do,
transparent
not-
minister,
But
bro.
it-
The
yeah,
most.
I agree.
In,
Wait,
in,
I'm
in
not
the
saying
in
he's
like
bad.
in the span of like 4 weeks, bro. He's so transparent. I met with so and so. I met with Safa Monday night. He even literally goes down to the freaking time. Monday night, 8 p.m. I'm speaking to Safa about X, Y, and Z. By Wednesday, I'll
So-
give you feedback. The
gives
transparency, bro.
feedback.
And
No,
he gives
we've
that
never
feedback.
seen that
guys,
The
guys.
transparency.
Account is one of the most accountable. We can give him
We've
a
never seen
accountable
that. He's very-
character,
he's
you
very
know. But
So
the others
that's
just
the thing is, I'm saying his psychology behind it. He's done well in business. So the next thing is looking after his influence and power. And I think, and he says, he's openly said, that's what I want. So it's just a bit odd when you find that business people get into that, because you know business people are very competitive. If you even see when I look at how much he's running and all of it, he has a competitive mindset. Now the thing is, you get like business people are narcissistic. And they have like a very competitive, they want to dominate
But you
business.
kind of have to be that way if you want
Do you think though
do
it's
well in
narcissistic
business.
though?
They are, all of them have narcissism in them. They just think about themselves.
I actually said that to my wife on the weekend. I said, somehow to be a leader, you must have an element of narcissism.
Narcissism, that's what they
Because
do.
Yeah.
You have to kind of have that, like, I'm here. Let's get
Broski,
it
and I
done.
just want to plug, just for the viewers that's watching,
we'll go
please
in
go
anyway.
watch the Gayton McKenzie interview with Robert Morale. We're not just thumb-sucking things or just saying things here. It's actually the truth when it comes to transparency. Watch that interview with Minister Gayton and Robert Morale.
But again,
Hey,
back
bro,
to-
until I see infrastructure in our communities, bro.
Back to but back to the point of having to be a narcissist. Do you believe that to a certain extent you've now started building your own? But you just mentioned earlier that you have Dimpie and Popo has become a brand. In the beginning, you were excited to get the views. You were excited, like what you're saying now. You're excited for the cars, the money, the this, the that. You're excited for all those things. You got brands. You got people coming on behind you. There's a time they gave you this golden Jaguar and everything. You were driving around. You did all of that.
My first car.
Yeah. And then you got to a point where it was lekker to sit in the car and say, kings and queens and what. And then you realize, hey, look, this is my bread and butter. I can't just kings and queens for nothing, yeah?
Just for
I need, if you want me to kings and queens, you must bring something to the table, right? And so then you had to transition that whole element into a business, right? And when you begin to transition that into a business, there's a thought process that now comes into play where it's a matter of, I now need to think like a businessman. I can't be thinking like just an entertainer
like the
anymore,
kings and
because
queens.
because there has to be this balance between this is my entertainment, but this is also my business, because
you
now
have to be selfish.
yeah, because here's my thing, bro. You can sit there all day long and get 100,000 views, né? And then sit in that same car that you're sitting and making that video that's getting 100,000. That petrol tank is on E, and you're sitting outside your house that the lights is off there inside because you can't put 20 rand lights in. So at some point you have to come to the conclusion that, hold on, yeah, I can't just be making these things for free now. I need to somehow start turning this into money, right? But for you to be able to do that now, you can't be that nice guy anymore. You actually now have to tell someone, here's my, and it's
here's my
difficult.
rate
How
card
did you,
then.
here's
Is
my
it?
rate
You
card.
think it's
How-
difficult though?
It is difficult, bro. How did you
because
feel that transition?
Because remember back then, and I know we get a thing called a passion. It's a passion of mine to do that, right? But now I'm also not saying I'm putting it aside because of the money, etc. and stuff. When it started becoming a business, it's also when we started losing a lot of people. I have a lot of clients, but then I also have a lot of people that if they want service, I can render it. how much you gonna give me?
Yeah.
And remember, at one point, I don't even have to ask how much you're gonna give me. If you want a video, here's my business card. Silent with the people. You understand? And at first, I used to do it like for free because patient man, can I? But
how did you overcome that space there that you're talking about? You know that space between I don't wanna
doing this for
disappoint,
passion,
I don't wanna this and I don't wanna that, but at the same time here's my red card. How do you, because you give the older red card, someone turns around like, check now you wanna be snacks now because you now think you're famous and wow.
It does happen because they do speak like that. But sometimes I believe if you stay in business, you stay in business. So as I said earlier, not everyone likes you and stuff. Because I can reassure you that the same stuff that you want from me and I don't deliver or I can't help you, you're gonna go to someone else and even pay that person without hesitating. Just
Wait,
because now you
can
know
I
me.
ask a question on that? Do you find it difficult that friends want like favors, but then strangers like pay you full price?
It happens all the time. It will happen until for the rest of my life and stuff. And I think that's where we us as friends, especially
We
as a
need to change
community,
it. Even amongst our people, we have to change it.
They can pay strangers for the same work, but for you they want to can is my bra and goed.
Yeah, it's a very it's a very odd culture. Yeah,
because
it's a odd
But then how do you
culture.
deal with that? How do you deal with someone that's your friend that's asking you a favor?
it depends.
Because you don't want to mess up the friendship, but at the same time you don't want to be taken advantage
It depends
of.
on the type of relationship also that we have and stuff. So simple example, I know guys that gigs like gig if I'm talking about DJ the whole weekend, and then Monday, Tuesday, don't you have something to send me? Even if it's a 150 or 200, you understand? But I've seen you gigging the whole time, so which means that party that you went for free. You understand? So for me, I've got to a point. As I say, I got so fit, I got tough. I'm gonna start picking up weights now. So my no is my no.
But how did you get yourself to that? I'm asking the question, how do you get yourself to
How
the
do you
thing where
change
it's
your mind
like,
into
how did
that?
you change your mind to like, I'm
do
not
you
gonna
adapt
do
to
this
that?
thing for
Yeah.
free. Especially when it's difficult, especially if it's someone that's like, hey, I don't want to disappoint this person, I
But
don't want to
you-
be snacks to this person.
You know, in my personal experience, I've learned that as it comes by mense, niemand het jou reg nie. So it's rather I secure the bag now because if I don't have tomorrow, who am I gonna turn to and ask?
Yeah.
You understand? So rather
So
give
was
me-
that the thing that you switched in your mind? Like,
yeah, and most of the people that I've known in my life always says when they have something good going for them, they're not around. You understand? When I have something good going for me, they're all there, and then when they have something good going, they. Alles weg. So I taught myself to say, listen, yeah, whatever chance I get, let me secure my own bag. Laat ek myself eerst vang, hy is eerst na vang, en dan die ander rest van die goede kan maar kom.
Sean, how do you deal with that, bro?
I learned early, bro, from music to now my other transition in like corporate business and stuff is that there's people that can afford you and there's people that can't.
That
That's
can't
it.
afford you, yeah.
Finish. It's if you can't afford me sharp, there's no love lost, it's sharp. But there is people that can afford me and they're not gonna
But why do you do for the charitables? Because there are moments where it's like,
Look,
for
I'm a
example,
outie.
like you
I will
help the
always be a outie,
church, or you help like someone's like, this might.
Look, I will always be an outie.
Say,
As a that thing that we say as an outie, it's
Want jy het harde man. ons sê.
Verstaan, I'm still a human being, I'm not gonna be, like, just pull my nose up. But when it comes to like business, either you can or you can't, and it's okay. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna move on, and I've sacrificed, bro. There's days I was hungry and blah blah blah. But I learned that lesson early that there's people that can afford you and there's people that can't.
And I think like with transitioning like that, you have to understand when you do stuff that you don't want to do, and you have a need for it, and you now decide to do it, you actually betraying yourself. So you're letting go of yourself to make this person happy. And remember, when you do stuff for people, people will clap and say thank you. And then it's done. But now if you're doing it for yourself, and then you have some sort of fulfillment, and also what happens afterwards, if people do it for you, then you start getting anger. You get anger, but they say, "Jare, ek het dit vir hom gedoen, nou kan hy nie dit doen nie." Now your whole energy is changing.
Your intention wasn't pure.
Yeah, your energy is changing.
Expectations and
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
so
because you built an expectation because you helped the person out of your
You're
heart and
expecting
things,
it must
and now
help
you're
you.
like, but now
You
I'm
can't do
asking you to
this.
drop this thing for me. Now you have an excuse.
And
now you
that's
have
what
a-
happens most of the time. Sorry for speaking more than you guys. That's what happens most of the time, especially within the music industry, when it's DJ or something like that. Like, show up, is my bra, show up, boom, put me on the poster, nice. Môre, wil jy alle ding doen, you can't do that for me. En dan voel ek om te sê, die ene,
Ek het hom gehelp,
Ek
you
het
see.
hom gehelp. En
But
I'm
the
only
first
making
time-
myself
But that's
feel
their
more-
character though, broski. as much as we should approach
Yeah,
life
no,
with
that's
reciprocation,
out
bro.
there, but I'm saying-
that's their character at the end of the day. That's on you, bro. I did my bit. That's on you. I do
I'm
know
tired
what
of
is
being Mr. Nice Guy, whether
and I
character
do-
or not.
Yeah, and I do understand
Stand
that. I do
As
understand
long as
that, but
I
that now
sound
shouldn't
nasty.
affect your
No, you
character
have
at the
to
end of the
be.
day. And of course, there are boundaries that you gotta set in place, bro. But that's on them. That's their untidiness.
But at which
that they
point
have
do
to
you
sort.
do what Dimpie is saying? Were you tired of being Mr. Nice Guy? Because I tell you, bro, something happened to me, nah. And I don't want to explain it. It's still
Nice
nah,
guy.
bruh.
I'm still nice,
Like
but no.
bruh. Hey, my
What's
bro.
no?
I did something for someone, eh? And I really put my all into it, bruh.
200 rand honorarium.
Ish, bruh.
KFC.
Nah, not even that one, bruh.
Bought a bed whistle for something.
This,
Flowers in a chom.
And the team
yeah,
lost.
that happened, eh? Yes,
fruit
we
basket.
went far. We went far, bruh. We had to go preach a whole weekend. Which me two clipper. And I couldn't even put petrol in. Nah, but
And
here's
they
the
made
thing.
money. You saw they made money.
Yeah, man, I saw how.
I
You're offering baskets aan vol, dat je met toe klippen. Dankie, pastor, is het toe.
But you see, even in that case, you understand, for you, I know, like, of the few people, you do it for free, right? Not even for...
But
I wanna hear your story though, bro.
I'm
But
at that
did you
point.
get your
I'm at that
story?
point. I'm at that point now, bro.
But now,
Because can I
the
tell you
thing.
how I got to that? And the reason I'm asking him, or even Kaylane, or anyone around the table, how do you get to that point where it's no more Mr. Nice Guy? Because, bruh, the Mr. Nice Guy, now here's what happens, right? I put my all into this thing. I think I told you the story, Jay. I don't know why you be so curious. I think I did tell you the story. Now, bruh, I'm in it.
Cook, bro.
I don't even want to go into detail because it's so fresh and the people might be watching. But yo, bruh.
You're on the road
Anyway,
back and
we get the
forth.
gist, we get the
Bruh,
gist,
no,
we
man.
get the gist,
And
bro.
now I have to drive, nah. But I have to drive far, man. Yo, I have to drive far, bruh. And I'm driving, bruh.
Yeah.
And my tank is on orange, man.
That's an L move.
And I'm driving and I'm thinking to myself, I should have charged these people. I should have asked them at least for petrol money or something. Now I get it. Now already I'm off, bro. Okay, now I do what I need to do and all that. Now I'm driving back. And now I'm mad for myself, bro. Now I'm thinking, why didn't I charge these people? Why didn't I?
But
So
that's what
why
I'm
didn't I say
saying.
no? Because now,
betraying yourself.
but now that's it exact. When you said that, I immediately thought of that day because I remember how I felt when I drove back. I thought, bro, I'm not gonna do this
thing
again,
is,
bro.
Bro, one
I'm
of
not gonna
one,
do
bro.
this again, my
You
bro.
can't- you must
I'm not gonna
understand
put
this.
myself out there with
might
my
be
own
disappointed.
petrol
And
money,
one
with my own.
of a
You
close
can't be telling me.
homies of mine, bro, he literally said that is literally equivalent to someone literally taking food off your plate, bro.
Nah, my bro.
Because
I
If
feel
someone
it's
literally
about
taking
that.
food
Now,
off your
now,
plate.
tell me, think about this. When you got home, I'm sure Anka had a bit of disappointment. saying
She
that.
did, bro. And that's a
Now you're letting
conversation
your
we
wife
had,
down.
bro.
You're letting your wife down for a guy. Hi, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't
It's
do
Your
a-
that.
family, bro.
But,
Don't pay the
but,
school
but,
fees,
but
eh?
here's the thing,
Yeah,
eh?
bro, that's school
There's
fees.
only 2 times in my life I remember feeling. There's 2 times in my life that changed the way I approach life forever up until this point now. Ne? One time, the first time I've shared this story before, I had a meeting here at Spur Southgate. Ne? And I ordered a plate of chips because I didn't have enough money. I had like a 20 rand or 30 rand on me. Ne? And I ordered a plate of chips. That waiter went and came back with the chips like in a minute, bruh. And I was like thrown off. I was like, how did you make those chips so fast? Then I started eating the chips. Then I realized, oh, that's why. Because that's how someone else's order that they probably didn't
just
want.
waiting.
And then it was just there. Because then it was cold. And you know how chips is, bro. When chips gets cold, then it's
Must be
not
fresh.
then it's not lekker. And it's like, nah, man, you don't eat cold chips now after it's already, cooled down. And I ate it, and I'm thinking, must I complain to this waiter or must I eat this thing? And eventually, I was like, at the time I was shy, I was also younger and things, I was shy to complain to the waiter. So I ended up eating a whole plate of chips, ne? Because you know that we're having the meeting, but you took my net, it's a bit tough,
Yeah, it's a bit-
ne? And I ate that whole plate of chips. I left that spur there, then I got into the car and I told myself, I'm not doing it ever to myself again. If somebody disrespects me like that again, I'm going to lift up my hand and say, sorry, can you bring me fresh food, please? Because
wait,
that day when I
ask
took out that
for it.
money, my last 30 rand, I'm paying that money with us so hard. I'm thinking, yeah, I ate now old chips. I could have stayed hungry and went to go
Day
eat
old.
2 slices at
Day
home,
old.
bro. Now I'm giving a 30 rand
God,
away for
ghost
old
loads.
chips.
3 ghosts.
That day, I felt that way. And this day that I explain now, I felt where
Same.
that was the changing point for. And now, if something happens at the restaurant since that day, I say, sorry, sir, can you call your manager, please? Because I replay that day in my mind. I think to myself, there's not a chance I'm going to spend money on this thing. Those people are taking me in my face. Now, anytime I feel there's a service issue, I don't keep quiet anymore. Because that day, I remember how I felt when that happened to me. And now, bro, after this happened to me, as I'm driving back, I don't stop eating orange lucky that weighs 50 kilos and ik moet ferry. And
bro,
I'm now having to drive
that's how
slow and I'm stressing.
And
I'm not gonna
broski,
get home.
yeah,
I'm like,
100%, and that's how you ultimately grow that thick skin, broski. I
I'm
mean,
not
even
gonna
when
do
it
this
comes
anymore.
to some of these clients sending quotes, I don't know if some of your gents ever get or gone to that point where it's like, hey, is this a bit too much? Is this? But when you think the whole rollout of the gig or whatever the case may be, it's like, damn, I'm sending.
So
you
we
this-
were in the
this
editing
quote.
space, now.
Ah, I
We
don't
were
give
in
a
the
damn if
editing
you say.
space. We say, now, we're gonna go out and shoot a wedding, nah. Shoot it, record it, audio, visuals, everything. When we come back, we have to edit. Now, in the beginning, bro, we novice, we don't know what we're doing. Charge 2,000 rand for it. We take 1,000. Yeah, we're shooting. Lekker, the wedding went, nah. Sharp. We have our 1,000 rand. I put 500 rand petrol in. We drive home. Now already my 1,000 rand is already half, nah. Because I had to put petrol in just to get myself there and get myself back. Now we're driving home. Hey, bro, I'm hungry. Let's stop here by McDonald's shop because you didn't have something to eat. 200 gone. Phew. Now I have a 300
You
rand
never
left.
ate at the wedding.
Now,
Hij had ook wel gevraagd, wat weet je, zet je doen.
now, now we get home. Now we get home. Now we sit and edit. Now we download all the footage. The footage is 4 hours. Now I'm telling us, man, around you, how long is it going to take us to edit now?
And I
that 1,000
broke it.
rand
And-
is finished.
And the thing is,
I
I
must
got
have
to
two.
that point, bro. I got to that point where it's like, yo, a couple of Ks are gone now, and I'm still sitting with 8 hours of footage of Mr. and Mrs. Smith for the next 2 months or so, and that couple of Ks is gone.
Worry.
And I still got Mr. and Mrs.
No, listen, yeah, then you send them the finished product, ne?
No.
Where's Auntie so and so that
How
was
much you
supposed
know
to
Auntie
have done?
and
I
where's
don't know
that?
that Auntie.
Oh,
I
make
don't know
this
what- No, she
amendment.
spoke about
Make that
She
amendment.
spoke about my uncle that died in 1976. That was an important thing, you know. Like, how must I know, my bro? Now you didn't put that part in the thing. Now they
like-
with you.
it's like-
Bro, you gave me 1,000.
And
Take
those clients usually want the
Take your
most
towel back.
amendments, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know all the
The
footage.
low pay clients, bro.
Little wedding,
I
no.
don't like the pictures of the editing. It's like I was saying the other time, like people that pays, like I appreciate the deposit or someone that wants to pay everything and get it out of the way, right? Now you pay me 2 months or a month before the time. So the day when I have to go and work, it's like I'm doing it for free now. You understand? Now
then
So
also,
you
yeah,
maar het
Bro,
te
you must
betalen,
put
bro.
in the-
They paid you, my
put
bro.
in the work now.
I think like with business and like invoicing people, and you have to equate it to your time. Charging 1,000 rand for something is going to take you 6 hours. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But
Can
look,
I do
we young,
something
we don't
else?
wanna.
Aye.
But it's that, Kaylane. It's you tell me how do you get that iron mind? Because it's that mindset where you're scared to charge, where you don't wanna overstep, where you this, where you that. Then later on you realize, hi man, those people is
The
taking
thing
in
is,
my face.
do you
man."
know? For me personally, I'm just going to speak on something that happened recently. I prefer like doing work with colored people, right? So I'm thinking if I get this, I want to get involved with colored people, right? It doesn't make sense for me. We friends here. You do this. I need the service. Ek gaan nou wie beter kan gaan. I have to go here. That's what Jewish people do. The money has to circulate here.
Just talk that talk.
Talk.
Yeah.
Bruh, but now I get with some of the gents. I'm just I don't want to say too much about this, but we had something, right? The cost price of this thing when I went to someone else was $290. No, this bruh is charging us $350. And I said to him, bruh, this can't be the price. I said to him, this is going to be a 2-year contract. We're going to make so much. Give at least 260. I'm telling him, this is what I'm doing. I'm asking, where do you get this thing? He says, no, this is my market. I said, no, that's too much. Yay, double I know. And these guys are doing this for so long. I can't.
Because
bruh.
then I can take it there.
bro.
You know what that's called, Kaylane? When you also work with the ones that think with their stomachs, you understand? That
So I just said to him, you know what, it's fine, leave it. This, I can show you this morning. This morning, when I was leaving the gym, he sent me a message. He sent the price and the stuff is coming directly to South Africa for $290. The price I told him a month ago. And then we had to go get it in another country. A month ago, I said to him, put it at this price. And he done it now. He sent me this morning. Are you now okay with this?
It's klar.
I just said, give me a minute, let me think, I'll come back to you. I can't, man. The colored ones is understand.
I don't think it's just colored. I think it's a thing of when we grow up, the way we grew up, you know, some people are stuck with just chicken.
But the thing is, we coloreds, we can relate. You look like me. We speak the same language. Our accents are the same. So now I want to take advantage. But if he goes to, let's say, a black or a white guy, but net biggie so proud and say, hey, da da da. Now he's normal. With me, you want to overcharge me. And I'm coming to you and say, look, we're going to do this together.
But I think that is an aspect that does happen.
Or when that pocket watch also, you see,
Yeah,
they check what this man is starting this.
Yeah.
It's my bra. 10,000.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, some people do like they judge like that because I man, I see them out at 1, 2, and 3. So I'm so feel
Pocket watches, yeah.
I read on Dika,
You know what I had that problem with? Nah, yo, brah. So the geyser broke. Yo. Yes, this guy come ask him how much to replace the geyser. A geyser is 3,000. This man said for me 13,000.
Ek
sê, brother, jy smal.
Kyk nou 'n YouTube video en sit ek op aan buite. Wat sou
Yo, it was the first time. The other time I picked up a plumber on the road, nah, because there was some issues with the toilet. Now I'm driving. I asked him, bruh, before we come to my house, how much is the price? He said, I have to see the job first.
Get out.
We get into the house. He goes, ek sta na agter hom. Hy man het 5 minutes gedoen. He just turned something, he done something, he used that plunge. Ek check die toilet in die shower werk. Nou, I ask him how much. He says 750. Ek sê, bra, ek het 100 rand hier, jy's mal. Ek het nou gesien wat doen jy.
Kyk mos met die gras en alles as hulle
Ek sê, jy's mal. I don't understand that, man.
Honestly, no, on that top, I prefer to rather hire professional service and pay that money because, again, also, it's that thing where people just think they see, oh, house, they check, yo. Zak jou, verstaan. En jy weet, jy kon net 150 gevra het, verstaan. Maar, because you see no location, you say, 1,000, you understand? So I prefer rather paying 2,500 rand from a professional service so that if anything goes wrong, I still have warranty, you know. And it's also, it's accounted for, you know, because as we climb, we understand every 10 bob that goes out, you understand, must be accounted for. So I would prefer to rather do that, you know. You want to help the owns, but
I think when it comes to business, I would encourage people get away from like doing business with people and do business with corporate. Like
do business with business.
Corporate is better. Yeah, B2B is better because mense, yes, bra. People are just difficult. Jy by die corporate, hulle het klaar budget vir die ding.
Klaar, bro. Hulle sê jou.
It's klaar, and you know you're going to get paid.
And most of the time they tell you, listen, you're undercharging. Bump the cheese up, you know. That's what happens most of the time.
For me, when they say stuff like that to me, I just hope afterwards you don't say, jy ken ek Judy gegee met die reg. Sê, ek gaan nie dat doen nie.
Obviously.
Oh, you want to start your head?
No, I need to make sure.
When you say corporate, that's what I also like about corporate. So I've experienced it maybe like twice or something where someone like via email send us your rate card, we need 1, 2, and 3, and then now all of us I have to go back and forth to the person I'm staying with it in the house, like, hey, this one wants to work, how much should we charge them, right? Then we do our research, maybe just for example discovery, and I say, okay, they want me to do this for how much hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours, I'm going to charge them 30K. Now I'm sitting there by the house. Hey, they're gonna take the 30K. So ek dink nou daar by is miskien het ek tot te veel gecharge, sien jy. 1, 2, 3 boom, hier bel iemand. Are you like not like are you mad or stupid or something? 30K, this people has budgets for this. I'm gonna take this 30K and give you 70.
So that's the thing. I would encourage you to
and then you get people on the inside. Yeah, sorry, so then you get people on the inside. The women are so cruel sometimes, but I know it's a hassle. Then you get people on the inside. Xavier says, try to book Dimpie. Now, I tell Dimpie, I have 100K for him, right? And then when you speak to me, you ask, what's my rate card? I say, give me 10K. You go tell Zex, he says he's going to take the 100. How much are you setting with?
Didn't you have that with your manager?
Yeah, it happened before. And it still happens now, dog. Sure. Because now you get to the point where you
come sign with me if you don't want your producer in the video. You know, come to Energy Records with the talent management.
Jy dink mense is happy om te sien of excited. Jy check, hy die man. Maar die man hy moenie by my bly van voor ek gaan iets hoor wat ek moet hoor. As die man in trouble, sien jy. So now for example, they gave 40K for the gig. He gave me 12,000.
Yo,
so now when he fits, he'll even offer. Laat ek hom by die airport gaan haal. Hy kom vir my aan.
Sê hy is 'n boy.
Look at die man, hy soek me.
Die man is courteous, ja.
Niet dat my die hele 20 gevat vir hom.
Hy die hele gehad lank al klaar gevat. Now he come in front you perform. One guy will just come and says, "Yo, bro, I don't have 40. I heard you charging 40. I don't have
Don't
40.
worry, huh?
Can I give you
The
20?
mic, bro.
Yeah, no, just because I'm looking at you, you see. Because I'm like,
Ek check aan wil gaan vir Lamza.
so I'm like,
Deep
40, I'm
Lamza.
standing and it happened to me, bro. And I'm standing here, I'm thinking, yo, I get to lose you.
So you heard something like that before?
Hey, bro, a lot of times. A
But-
lot of times. And then also going back to the charging thing, ne? For example, people who like to come and say, hey, bro, this is a charity event. We're doing it for so and so. So he's going to Spain. We just
Like, yeah,
doing
it's
a
also charitable.
fundraising and stuff.
Yeah.
My bro,
But they paid for the venue.
my bro, sê ga kom die mooi venue daar so
They paid for the venue.
Tickets is 250 mense loop rond op hakke en goed soos hy.
I would say for you, Dimpie,
How do you undermine our services? But you'll pay for the venue, you'll pay for the food, you'll pay for
bro,
all
you get to the
these
place
things.
where
But
you
our
must charge, bro.
services is always a thing of like, ish.
That's where, like you said earlier, betraying yourself. Dan staan ek aan.
Nah, gents, listen, I learned this thing from the onset. There's people that can afford you and there's people that can't. You understand?
But
There
Sean,
is
it's easy to
charitables.
say that. It's difficult when they're sitting in front of you and they do
Nah,
that.
bro.
They don't
I can tell you now.
Let your
Now
wife
that's-
manage
now
you, bro.
that's what I'm
She,
saying.
no,
That-
she does
It's
it.
better.
No, she-
Bro, vrouwens is stun.
She
If
does
you,
it.
you get a wife that's done with this type of stuff and you know, sy praat met die clients, jy praat, sy kom sy sê, hulle sê 60,000. Jy ken as sy gaan nokkie van, nou sy wil jou nokkie gaan vra, maar baby,
Come to death, bro, Dimpie. You don't want
Hoe
to
werk
produce
die?
all the
Gee kan nie
video.
ietsie vir 2 maande gee aan niks.
ja,
Net rond 2 maande, nothing from you.
Yeah, but
Sy
it's-
sê dat sy kan hoor.
Yeah, but she does the bookings and stuff like that.
Let-
And
it's
I've never
better
had,
like that.
I had never had something that I had with other people in terms
Yeah.
of altercations and goed soos hy. Maar so hulle sê, "Hey, want jy vir ou kind wat in die bank aangaan, hulle se
Eish,
ander
hulle-
dan."
maar
Opla-
is beter, hoor, as beter
it's
as beter as sy dit eet, bruh. Verstaan jy wat
dan
ek
Ja,
bedoel?
ek,
beter.
van, ek sou no mercy wees.
Yeah, so that's also the truth. Yeah, and that's what happens behind closed doors and stuff like that.
Hey, but it happens, bro. But that's
There-
how
there are ouens-
But the worst thing is imagine say knock you, say set by a bank account. Dan one day say Kiki brother.
I'm out.
And the truth, bro, is never
It's
ever,
one of them
never
panga.
ever. I do know in the infant stages of business, you basically one person is about 10.
You do everything,
You do
yeah.
everything. But even in that situation, never ever send a quote from Jay Paris or from Xavier Hendricks
It's my
because of
company,
relationship.
yeah.
Speak like that. No, I'm gonna send it through to my finance
Yeah.
department, and they will send you the
Hey, bro,
quote.
I started
so
doing
now,
that, bro.
so now our
I started
relationship
doing
is
that.
cool. So now it's not like, Jay, how are you charging me this? Like,
But
no,
I'm your bra, yeah.
the finance person.
Department.
Nah, I
sends-
started
department
doing
sends
that
you
for
the
real,
quote.
bro.
Even though it's me that's.
Bro, either you running a charity or
No,
you
it's
running
not.
a
It's not
business.
me.
You can't do
The
both.
thing is, this is, you know what now? If people are honest with doing business, we're here to make money.
That's it.
It's not about I want to help the. I don't even think of it in my mind. I want to.
And
make
if I want to
money.
help, then I'll help.
No, you know, like
Don't
people say,
tell me
I
to
started
help.
this
If
business
I want
because
to
I
help,
wanted
I
to
will
help
help.
this one and that
Nou,
one.
guilt trip you.
Ek wil jou nie help, ek wil geld maak. That's the thing.
No, but can
If
you
you
hear
want
what
to
I'm
help,
saying,
start
Kaylane?
the NGO.
I'm saying if I want to help,
Yeah.
Then I'll
then I will help. Then
Yes.
I'll come to you and say, okay, right now,
Let me
come
do it.
use my venue, use this, use
Yeah.
that, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. Then that's me helping you. But you can't come tell me to help you. How
And
can
then-
you
and then
can't
they
tell
guilt
me
trip.
most.
Everyone knows you in the community. You're such a good person.
But yeah,
You
yeah,
will
I'm
be
good.
En
nice
dan
to
nadat hy sê,
everybody.
nou wat hy geld gemaak het, hy dink net van homself.
Yeah, that's just so
Ah, bro,
nice to
you
Hulle
must
sê
not
reeds
worry
jy
about
like jy weer
pocket
close
watches,
spray
bro.
toe gaan nie because he's no a celebrity.
I do go to Close Spray. I still have family there, but remember, I can't associate myself anymore. That's why I say we're evolving. Things are happening. So yeah, but it's life, dog. You know how it is, man. You need to, especially when it comes to friends and even family. Sometimes you need to move.
Just
forward.
set boundaries, bro. You know,
That's the
again,
thing, yeah.
I have
this
my
thing
own
is
small
simple,
family
bro.
that I need to focus
this
on.
thing is it's very simple.
Remember, your immediate family, which is your wife and your kids, becomes priority, and then your extended
you know?
family.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Chance, let's read some of the
Yeah,
comments.
there's quite a bunch here, bro. Did you go through this one of the top 5 political parties?
Yeah, I
haven't
said it.
got
Yeah,
yet.
they were asking
did it,
me.
bro.
Yeah, so
Look,
Fabio Khan was
EFF
like,
is not delivering, so I have to change. Ek is nie getroud met die EFF.
They're starting his
What,
own
moving
party.
Starting
his
MK
own.
Kaylane Freedom Front.
Hey, you know what's thing? I liked MK because I was fortunate enough to attend the wedding where President Zuma was, and such a nice guy. So Nah, but I'm thinking maybe I'll join the green people.
We saw Zoom on Friday night.
Yeah.
Me all I'm
So
saying,
Owen
the
and
country
Mola
must be
took like
run
Zuma.
by young people, bro. These niggas are soldiers and espionage, and that's all they understand, you know. Like, come on,
They
give it
too
to the young
fighters,
people. Yeah, they don't understand what it takes,
It's
you
a
know.
screw nu daar in die parlement.
Nee, okay, ons gaan
Young
nou
people
skoor
change.
Kyk, jy wil iemand hê wat
Ja,
jy
man,
wat jy
niggas.
kan lees, die
Do you
verstaan
know
wat
what's
ek
the
meen.
thing?
Like, you
This
need
is
just a young person
With,
that's up
with,
to
with,
date.
Yeah.
with our people, né? If you put people there, like I know for sure, né, I know in the back of my mind, I will do corruption and espionage. If you give me a 3 billion rand, ek bel vir Jared sê jy is 200 million, bra. Kom ons dale. We're gonna do that also. It takes. There's very few people that wouldn't do it.
Bro, you must just know, because again, from a biblical perspective, when you put, it says, it's at God's discretion that men are made powerful and
Yeah.
wealthy, right? So you must know when you put in that position, bruh, you can't just be like,
Okay, if you had now
Cha-ching
3
and-
billion, you wouldn't help a friend and say, I know you
Hij
start this
zet mijn phone
business.
aan, vergeet het.
honestly, until I get in, I can't give you a definitive answer. But I'm saying, as I am now, bruh,
But that's what
Purpose.
he's saying. He's saying when you're there.
When you
It's
get
like,
there,
oh,
it's
until I'm
different.
there, but the way I know myself, that is not my temptation, bro. You know, the job.
the
will
way I
get
know
done.
myself as well, but when you're there, you're there, bro. You see
It's
them.
not-
But still,
Why-
bruh, it's
Why
gonna
wouldn't
come,
I call
it's
you
gonna
guys?
come
There's
back, bro.
iemand met 'n bridge, bro. Ek sê Jay is my friend. He builds bridges. Let me phone him. I must wanna empower him also.
Okay, yeah, that's from you're gonna
from
drag
a-
him
yeah.
in, but
But that's
makes
corruption.
is your intention? No, it's not corruption. It's the same like you were saying about the Jewish, Chinese,
Yeah.
Indian.
What's
blah,
your
blah, blah.
definition of corruption?
Corruption is that that came to charge you 750. You now give him a contract and you give him a company, and you say, okay, right, you and your brothers are gonna build
But
this.
think, no, that what we're doing is still corrupt because now Jay gets a contract not necessarily based off merit, even if he can do the job, but his proximity to me, he helps him get the contract.
But that's how it works.
But I'm saying
Nepotism, that's what it's
that's
called.
a form of corruption, and I know we might be anti-corrupt, but until you get in that position and say, you sien die Here maak deure oop.
Yeah.
When you see the first answer die Here,
Hey, hij is mijn woorden.
I'll be honest.
Jere,
man.
maak jere op.
I'll say that if I know Xavier is competent, bro, and he can do the job, I'm gonna drag him in, bro, because I know someone else. I'm gonna pay them the money. They're gonna use 90% for themselves.
Bro,
and
this
use
almost
10
about to walk
and use
out,
10
bro.
and use
What
10
you- what you
and
saying,
use
bro?
10%
Rage quit.
Yes,
to
I
do
What
the
you saying, bro?
contract.
Rage quit.
I'll see you guys next time.
Here
Die
is
man,
fun.
I hurt my feelings.
Here is funny, man. Shut up.
Sharp, bro. Jake, let's finish your comments here, bro.
Broski,
And then
blessings,
this man has
broski.
to go to another meeting. Also,
Guys, remember your top 5 political parties that you guys discussed before elections, and I remember Kaylane advocating for Julius and giving his reasons for where his vote is going. We didn't see G and U happening, but what is his take on the way things are now?
Okay,
Easy
let's
for
keep
the
it
G
going,
and
bro,
U,
you
blessings family, and then Llewellyn Oliver says, be true to yourself and your personal brand. Warren Buffett said, price is what you pay, value is what you get. If you're delivering value, then you should charge a fair price. That's true. Unfortunately, you can't afford my services or product, so I would suggest you search for a solution that fits your budget. The quality compared to mine could very well be disappointing. I've seen that a lot of times, bro, especially in the wedding spaces, bro, where couples actually come back to me and apologize. Hey, you charged a bit more, but looking back at the images
just
or the
paid
video
it,
work,
yeah.
I should have. And I keep telling people a lot of times, there's certain things in life when it comes to wedding, your 21st, 50th,
It only
the
happens
16th,
that time,
it's
bro.
only that, and so you might as well put that extra
Money.
budget or a couple of Ks on that. And then, where am I now, broski? Yeah. Tell them to use their money
Marvin.
to do good. They should be rich in good works and generous to those in need, always being ready to share with others. That's from the Bible. Professional work costs. Every ethical professional knows this. Your market can't be for those who can't afford it. And then Veronique says, I totally understand. People want champagne weddings on beer budgets. I know all about difficult clients. That's facts. Lou says, if you are not willing to pay for valuable service and you want to haggle over price, then you're sowing a seed, and you mustn't be shocked when others try to haggle with you over price. Yeah. Now we all know, Jay, you doing the quotes. Now that was at the infant stages, Marvin. That's what I mentioned.
Marvin.
Ons is in parliament.
What up, Marvin?
Ons mense is in parliament,
I don't do
Kaylane.
my quotes anymore. I've
From
actually
haste
got to
to-
the point where I do that, where I'm like, I'm going to give you someone's number.
Especially
speak to
based
that
off
person.
relationship, bro.
And it
Bro,
becomes-
I'm not going to get involved, bro, because I charge and I send you the thing. Here's the prices. Here's what it includes. If you don't want, so we hire venue oftentimes. Ne? If you don't want, my bro, go hire a school hall for 10,000 rand. Go hire sound equipment from Tat. That's gonna be it's gonna charge you 5,000 rand there, and it's gonna give you 2 eons.
Done.
And there's cable short.
And there's cable short and a mic now and then you must hold it so so go there, no problem. You're gonna go there and go and spend anyway 35,000 rand for a school hall with pop sound. Then you must go hire chairs somewhere, then you must go hire tablecloth somewhere, then you must go and do
Bro,
this
I
and
told you this before.
So no harm, no foul, my brother. You can go there, no problem.
I think you must just
Really,
have,
there's
just
nothing-
have kahunas, dog.
That's
Like,
it, bro. What
forgot
else
his
can you
stuff
do?
now.
You charge if.
The man left his water here now, but I think he's doing
Intentions and you don't know.
really like nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maar kijk, hij is mos as part van character development as a
Yeah, you don't even.
bezigheidsman, verstaan
Yeah,
je?
no
You-
geen is om te praten. And then coming also backward in terms of if someone wants to book you, let them know, speak to so and so. It sounds more professional, and they don't have a chance to come and make you feel guilty for anything. And like,
But that's why I do that. I say, no, no,
Brah,
speak to-
it's my bra.
here's
why
the
you
number
so-
for so and so. Please speak to her. She's gonna sort you out.
yes.
Because if they're gonna speak to me, then that's gonna happen. Six, don't be so. Six, blah, blah, blah.
Emotionally
Hey, bro, you
Yeah,
know how many
emotional
times we've
blackmail,
had that,
yeah.
my bro.
Bro.
Gents, serious.
Yo.
You are soft, mas.
It's like
You say
Nah,
that,
in the-
my bro.
the
You
moment
should
you
be
eat
Bro,
that
but
person,
in the
that's
beginning stages, it be like that,
Nah,
bro.
but it's just
you
that-
have to
Okay,
go. You have to go. You can tell me certain things, which is cool. I can take your advice and everything. But there's certain things you just have to go through it. Like when Xavier
it's
went
part of
through
the
that
process.
20
It's part
bucks
of
off. I can tell him, yo, bro, now you can't do that. When you're at a restaurant, you gotta say X, Y, and Z when it comes to your funds at the end of the day. And he can say, yeah, cool, Jay, that's dope. But until he actually experiences that, bro, he's never gonna. Like he mentioned, he'll never ever find himself in that situation again. I told myself I'll never ever find myself in a situation where the funds is done and I'm sitting with 8 hours of Mr. and Mrs. Smith on this timeline, which is gonna take me plus minus 2 months to finish up. It's
In the
it's
meantime, I charge them
disastrous.
1,000 rand.
It's disastrous.
But the thing is, that it's just that I can't say it on a public
course,
platform like this. There's situations, bruh, that is deep, my bro, and then it makes it very hard for you just to say hi.
Yeah.
It really does, bruh.
Okay, I
It
feel you.
really does.
I feel you.
But my bro, it just is
Those- those are-
because
those
people
are
take
the
advantage of you,
clients
my
that
bro.
likes to make this also. You've paid me less, now you still wanna come. This picture, like you said earlier, my auntie was singing. Why didn't you get that part in? And those are the clients that paid you the less money now wants to.
They want all
yeah,
the
the
things.
pictures. I want 800 pictures and stuff.
Exactly.
How do you finesse? And I've got my personal answer based on this. I've built my frame around this already. But how do you finesse a situation where you actually need all the funds? You're sitting in
Hey,
a
bro,
situation
that's-
where ish,
You need that
I can
1,000
speak.
rand.
I can tell you. I
even
can
if I'm
answer
the
you.
goal
nah.
for this 8 hours of shooting now.
I need
can
a
answer
1,000
you,
rand.
bro.
I need to put petrol and lights.
This is what it is, bro. Now, I would rather risk dying of hunger, bro. I swear, because
Yeah.
you know what? This thing it's gonna haunt
Yeah.
you, bro. I've said to
100%.
good amounts of
And if
money.
you,
out
and bro,
there.
and the thing is, if you build that president from the onset of like,
Hey,
H,
bruh.
nah,
If you
that
build
becomes
that,
that
it becomes
becomes a
hard to
thing.
And you
break
know
it.
what?
It
You'll see
becomes
how
a thing.
people's attitudes even change towards you and all of that stuff. You know, some will they look down on you and that stuff. But when it starts to pay
with
off,
you,
bro,
bro. I'm
when it
with
starts
you,
to
bro.
pay,
Jay, let's
trust me,
finish
bro.
here.
I'm down that hill with you, bro.
Jay, let's finish here because we're over time.
Yeah, broski, we got. Bro, I think we actually went through all of us. If you stand strong and uncompromised with 50K, highly likely by God's grace, we'll do the right with 50 billion.
Facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's show. Mr. Dimpie,
Yes, sir. Thank
you,
you
my
so
brother.
much for having me, dog.
don't
Appreciate
you ask, hit us with some closing remarks there?
Some closing remarks, like based on like what we've spoken about today, especially in terms of money and the pricing, etc., and stuff, corporate world. I think we need to stand firm and believe like within ourselves that listen, these people, once people approach you, they already know what you're capable of.
Facts.
They already know what you're capable of. If you're gonna ask me to help you market, you already know what I'm capable of. So I'm not gonna stand and say, I'm gonna charge you so much and so much. And then also another thing is try to get you someone that they can speak to rather than you, so you don't be soft like us. And I get to buy a see. Try to get you someone that they can speak to.
100%.
So
Come
they
to
don't
death row, Dimpie.
so they don't have a chance to manipulate you or guilt trip you, etc. and stuff. And then
100%, bro.
and then lastly, also like you said earlier, things are gonna haunt you once you start doing it, but you don't want to do it because you need the money, etc. and stuff.
Way the 8-hour timeline to the
Yeah.
1,000 rand. It's cheaper to not go at all. I'm at that point.
It is
It
a lot
makes more sense for me to have nothing
Yeah.
than to go there
True.
for 1,000 rand.
That's what I was saying
It's
earlier.
gonna cost me more to go there
A lot
than to
more.
just cancel this thing. And I got to the point even with venue hire. My bro, it costs me more to host people that wants to hire a venue for 10,000 rand because it's toilet rolls, it's staff, it's cleaning,
Just
it's
water
water,
and
it's the
electricity alone, dog.
Nah, my bro, then it's my effort and my stress because I must come here and they broke something and then this one is climbing on this and then they didn't switch on the thing properly, they blew something and it's like, bruh, you know what, I can rather stay at home and watch a movie and keep my 10,000 rand because it make more sense for me to just not do this at all.
I
Go
think
find a
you
different
need to
place.
learn how to say no. Because me personally, in my personal career, I need to do that. Learn how to say no, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like you said,
Nah, I got
relationship,
that
you can still be cool, but no is no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Done.
Closing remarks there, bro.
Me, love God, love people, guys. That's my closing remark, you know, and I don't take life too serious, you know.
Yeah. I think for me, broski, such
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
follow me at BPM_play. We're doing that thing
Yes,
now.
yes,
right?
Plug yourself,
Yeah,
bro.
follow me at
Plug yourself.
BPM_play. You know, we're going live. You know, I'm back. I'm outside. Pastor Ziggs dug me up. You know, so we back.
Yeah, welcome back, dog.
We're
Welcome
back. I'm
back.
outside. I'm out. Listen, I'm outside. I'm outside, gents.
Nah, that's dope. I think it's always dope to be around these gents, broski. Such pertinent points that were mentioned here. But there's just one thing I want to mention. As much as it's imperative to build your frame to that point where you are strong, you have that thick skin, because the world is cold out here. It's a cold world. Bundle up. But I do want to say this as well. As much as that is important and pertinent, it's also good to sow back, which we did mention from the onset. Sow back into the industry, sow back into the community. So for my business personally, every year I have between 3 and 5 free gigs I give out to people. Don't message me now. All that tokens have been completed already. But that's my way
it
of
for the kids,
of
Jay.
Giving back, yeah.
giving
Kids,
back.
brother.
Now, facts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone that came out today. See you on the next one. Love you. Goodbye. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins, and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.